But then the pull system is unlike that, wherein it doesn't make any arrangements beforehand of buying the material, converting them, producing the products, and keeping them available for the customers. Rather, it works it backwards. Backwards is once the order is received from the customer, on account of that, whatever is the requirement of production is taken up, and for the production work to carry on, whatever is the material which is required is purchased uh, on demand or on request. Okay. But then how does it happen? Is it happens with the help of the e-commerce platform. Fine. First, the push system, the traditional way, it understands what are the who are the suppliers present in the market. Request is placed with the suppliers to present their quotation. Then the quantity is ordered with the right supplier who quotes the right price, the quality of the products, and the quality of material, and the time of delivery. These parameters are taken into consideration, and then the supplier is selected and an order is placed with the supplier. So that's the strategy which is adopted in the conventional method. Sometimes it's also considered about whether to buy the component from the supplier or they themselves make the component in the organization. So that's the supplier strategy. Then we've looked at antagonism or partnership is whether it is advisable that they compete with each other, they work out in that fashion, or um, they come together and then um, solve each other's problems. Okay. Then we see the pull system is the other way around, where it starts. The starting point is from the customer. So when things have to be taken up instantly, then in that case um, there are certain issues arising with that, because the conventional procedure of selecting the supplier based on the parameters which the supplier quotes, unlike that, they depend on the technology or the e-commerce platform, so that they can acquire the material required for production, and the production is taken up. So there are terms which we have yesterday understood. The first one talks about e-procurement, procuring the material. Okay, the procuring the material through the electronic medium. So the term procurement covers all the activities needed to obtain items from a supplier, the whole purchases cycle. Then e-sourcing is covers electronic methods for finding new suppliers and establishing contracts. So e-sourcing, finding the suppliers. Now, do you think, um, or rather, let me ask you, are you aware of how to find out the suppliers who are there in the market through electronic government? Any example which you can quote about that? How is it possible? How to find out? Where to find out? Of late, people are using very frequently these online. Yes, online. Because electronic, online only. The most common things are, we can find out. I mean, in India, the common, very frequently used sites are, we have Amazon, we have Flipkart. There we get a chance to get connected with the supplier. Then we have um, India Mart, where the suppliers are there. So it's a platform where the buyers and suppliers are connected. So that's how we see that. Then internationally, we see some of the sites like, when it is global trading, we see sites like Alibaba, Alibaba.com, uh, where the purchases are on a wholesale basis. When you have to purchase a large quantity, more number of units, then it gets you connected with the supplier. Suppliers are there present. So all the suppliers, most of the suppliers are present there with their details. So it becomes easy to select it instantly, rather in the conventional method where first identify them and then communicate them through the conventional modes, like advertisement is given or a postal communication is made with the suppliers and they present their details and then selection happens. But here, because everything is there on the platform, all the suppliers with their details are present there, it becomes easy to select it instantly, immediately, very quickly. In a quicker manner, the selection of supplier becomes possible. You're aware of these things, no? India Mart or Amazon or international, we see Alibaba.com, AliExpress.com. Maybe that is more of a retail business, but Alibaba is more of a wholesale business. You're aware of these things, no? Okay. Then e-purchasing. E-purchasing covers product selection and ordering. Then e-payment, payment is also made through electronic medium, that is electronic fund transfer. So the use of technologies in managing the upstream supply chain network. Upstream supply chain, why are we calling it as upstream? There are two terms which are used here, upstream and downstream. So the types of supply chain, the types of supply chain, we see that they are pull system and push system, the types of supply chain. But then after that, the supply chain, the other the other aspects of supply chain are, we have something called as upstream and we have downstream. So upstream activities are those activities which are taken before the production process is started. After the products are produced, whatever are the activities which are taken up are called as downstream. So upstream is focusing on before the production work is done, what activities are taken up. So as a part of as a part of upstream supply chain, we have to focus on how to acquire the material, because the material, once it is acquired, then only the production work starts. After the production work starts and the production is completed, then these units have to be taken to the customers. If they have to be taken to the customers, then they have to depend on marketing, the distribution, and then sometimes even after the products are sold also, certain services are provided to the customers, like customer service, other things. So there are two different types of supply chain management activities which are taken up. One, before the production work is taken up, those are upstream supply chain those are a part of a upstream supply chain. So how do we manage, that is upstream supply chain management, and after the production it is called as downstream supply chain management. Fine. Yesterday we've discussed about e-procurement, what are the benefits and what are the risks associated with e-procurement. What are the other technologies which are used in okay, the other technologies which are used with within the upstream supply chain are, first one is communication. Communication through email and other IT based communication allow for more rapid communication with all parts of the upstream supply chain. Now, if they are depending on, if they are not depending on the conventional method of communication, maybe through telephone, maybe through postage and all. But then the latest technology depends on more on the um, online platform send emails and IT based communication. Of late, even much quicker than that is, they are connecting through the messages, the WhatsApp messages, SMS messages, instead of, because not all the time the um, suppliers or the customers are connected to the email, but rather they are more connected to the telephone. So uh, through WhatsApp, through SMS messages, also they communicate with the suppliers and customers. Right? Then information gathering, gathering and processing information on the upstream supply chain that may impact on the organization. How do you think information can be gathered? Any example or any way in which information is gathered? Are you aware of how information is gathered? How do you think information is gathered? We have the conventional methods. You mean to say cloud? Samya, do you mean to say cloud? Database. Database, published database, published sources, some, yes, cloud. Yeah. Um, from cloud, it can be, if the information is stored on the cloud technology, then it can be taken. Published information, it can be taken. Um, so sometimes even the unconventional method. Now you must have observed that when you search for any product on any of those sites, the next few days you keep that the advertisement related to that product coming up whenever you are on the internet. So um, they understand that there is a requirement with you, requirement you have for a particular product. So when that is understood, then they capture that, and then how do they know that? So that is a way of digital marketing. So where they collect the data from. That's what we have. This Facebook CEO is facing those issues about privacy and all. These are unconventional methods, but they are very useful to connect with the suppliers, connect with the customers and all. So the minute something is searched, and then the technology captures what is the requirement of the customer. Okay, so digital marketing is one way. So that's how information is gathered. Conventional methods, unconventional methods, all possible ways information is gathered so that it can be analyzed and used whenever it has to be used. Fine. Then we have something called as extranets. Are you aware of what intranets and extranets are? Are you aware of what is intranet? What is intranet? What is internet? Private network is extranet. Yes, yes, yes. Intranet is internally when their computers are connected one with another, and when they also allow the external stakeholders to get connected, then we call that as extranets, right? Now, the external stakeholders are suppliers here. In this scenario, we have the suppliers as the external stakeholders. So, extranets and extranets. This allows the organization to grant suppliers access to information. Otherwise, they're internally connected with the internal stakeholders. So, for them to perform their duties and then use the data which is integrated within the organization, share the information among themselves, they use intranets. But then it is also needed that they should be connected with the external stakeholders, like the suppliers, like the customers who are external stakeholders. So extranets allow the external stakeholders also to get connected. Okay, this allows the organization to grant suppliers access to information that can help enable aid collaboration as well as joint development of products. So when they are also allowing the external stakeholders to be connected, we call that as extranet. Then you must have learned by now what is big data. Data which is big or large in volume. So what does it mean? Big data is collecting large volume of data, analyzing this large volume of data so that they can draw some interpretations, or they can interpret this data and draw some conclusions. Okay, um, that is big data. By way of collecting and interrogating data on those involved in the upstream supply chain network can help the organization when they have large volume of data. Maybe geographically a larger, let's say the entire state is considered, sometimes the entire country is considered, a particular region is considered, north, south, west, east, something like that. The data which is collected, if it is large in size, then analyzing that large volume of data is a time consuming and a complicated activity. Sample sizes, when they are selected, they are easy to analyze that sample, and that can be um, uh, assumed to be the sample representing the entire population. That's how it is done. But if the entire data, the large volume of data has to be analyzed, then better high-end softwares are needed. So this big data, the softwares which are used on the big data, take large sets of data, and they process this data. um, Maybe large sets are processed simultaneously, analyzed simultaneously, so that conclusions can be drawn. Okay, so by way of analyzing big data also, they can be connected with the supplier and then understand the needs of the external stakeholders. Okay, collecting and interrogating data on those involved in the upstream supply chain network can help organizations to manage better the product offering and thereby differentiate themselves in the market. Then there is of late everybody is talking about blockchain technology. Blockchain technology, through which also they can be connected with the entire supply chain suppliers. Uh, we can create much greater confidence over the entire supply chain, as the data relating to transactions is more secure and cannot be altered by just one party in isolation. Cloud computing also, liaising with upstream suppliers via the use of cloud computing. Cloud computing, the reason why cloud computing is chosen, because the volume of data which has to be used, if it is large in size or big in size, then it is not possible through the computers or the phones, or the memory space which is available is limited on computers or phones and all. So then they take the help of cloud computing, where through a third party, liaising with the upstream suppliers by the use of cloud computing has the benefits of greater speed in information flow and also added security. Mm, okay, really sorry. Um, Downstream supply chain management refers to the need for the organization to manage its transactions and relationship with the customer network. So I said till production it is upstream. Then the production activity is carried on, and after the production activity, it is building up a relationship with the customers. After the production, whatever are the activities. Now the activities involve marketing their units, the products, goods which are produced, marketing them, distributing them, selling them, sales activities, selling them to the customers, and also, if needed, some services provided to the customers after the sale happens. So that's downstream supply chain management. Okay. So then, under downstream supply chain management, first we have to understand who are the customers, or I mean, what are the types of customers. So there is a model which is given by Penny. It's called a six markets model. Okay, then we have to understand who are the customers, what are these customers. These are the six markets model. So after we understand that, how is marketing of their products done? So the marketing of the products is done either by transaction marketing or relationship marketing. So let's see what are the six markets. Now the six markets, the first market is called as the customers market. Customers market, the final destination for the product. The customer, I mean, now when we are talking about supply chain as the sequence of activities starting from the supplier. So the first point is the supplier. The end point is the customer. So the final destination of the product is with the customer. So the customer market is the final destination for the product. This ability to reach the customer in a highly competitive environment depends on other parties or relationships. So now, after producing the product, finally it has to be reached to the customers. It is not a mere production activity which ensures that they have completed their sequence of activities. The final step, the final destination is the customer to whom the goods should be delivered. Okay. Then we have the referrals market. Are you aware of referrals market? Did you ever come across any referral scheme where you are provided with some benefit if you refer? Are you aware of it? If you refer, like any example, any, if you refer someone, did you ever come across anything? Huh. So if you refer someone, then they give a cashback on Google Pay, isn't it? Cashback, cashback thing, or the next purchase you have a discount which you can avail. These are referral markets. Okay, this is the institution of person who refers the customers to the suppliers. So when customers are referred, then some benefit is associated with that, right? That's how new customers are attracted. So the existing customer, if the existing customer uh, connects the another customer with the suppliers, in that case. Mommy, a hand that huh? Just a minute. Okay. Then we have supplier markets. I'm sorry. Then the next one we have it as suppliers market. Partnerships with suppliers have replaced old adversarial relationships. The supermarket sets up a JIT arrangement with the supplier for short life articles such as ready-made salads in order to retain customer interest in an instant healthy food product. That's an example given. So, when they are connected with the supplier, so instantly, immediately, whatever is the requirement, customized requirement rather. Okay, so partnership with suppliers have replaced old adversarial relationships. So instantly, whatever is the requirement, according to the requirement, because they are connected with the supplier, the I mean their needs can be fulfilled accordingly. Then we have recruitment markets. Depending on recruiters, recruitment market, a service provider such as PwC depends on quality staff to deliver quality services. Such an organization will build up a relationship with careers advisors. So people who are there in the process of recruitment, or who can supply with manpower, who can supply with certain services, then we refer to them as recruitment markets. Then we have influence markets and internal markets. Influence marketing used to be called, earlier it used to be called as public relationship management. A new low fat spread depends upon the sponsorship of a body that promotes healthy eating. Okay, so influence marketing is influencing the customers so that they take up certain actions. So The example here, what is quoted is a new low-fat spread depends upon the sponsorship of a body that promotes healthy eating. Okay. Um, the advertisements we see on the television and other ways, wherein it says that by using this product, there are certain benefits which can be gained. Um, Trying to influence, putting an impact on the minds of the customers about their products. Okay, so that's called as influence markets. Then we have internal markets. So internally, when they have um, um, a department, every department has a customer provider relationship with others. Internally, when they have someone to take care of these things, then we call that as internal market. So six types of markets, we have to learn them. Then after that, the products have to be marketed. So um, the marketing here, we have two different types. Okay, marketing has to be taken up of the products. Fine, we've learned about the customers in the six different types of markets. After that, we have the marketing which has to be taken up. What is marketing basically? What do you understand by marketing? What is marketing? I asked you a question. What is marketing? Promotion of goods and services. Okay, okay, promotion of goods and services. Um, So there are two different types of marketing. One is transaction marketing, another one is relationship marketing. Transaction marketing emphasizes on products with little knowledge of customers. So their focus is not on the customer, but only on their products. So there is little emphasis put on the customers. Then we have the relationship, wherein there is a relationship maintained with the customer. So the emphasis is on maintaining a relationship with customers, emphasis on quality services and customer contact leading to retention of the customers. So marketing of the products should be now taken up. That is as a part of downstream supply chain. So as a part of downstream supply chain, when they take up marketing, so there are two different types of marketing. One is the relationship marketing and one is traditional marketing. So traditional marketing is focusing on their products, whereas relationship marketing examines the overall approach to marketing that the organization can adopt. Uh, should it focus on maximizing one-off sales or focus on long-term customer retention? So when they have a relationship maintained with the customer, there is a possibility of the customer coming back. There is a possibility of a repeated sales happening. Otherwise, the customer tries with the product and it is not satisfied. There is a possibility of the customer buying some other product. So instead of that, once the customer buys a product, then to ensure that he comes back again and again and he becomes a repeated customer buying their product again and again. So let's look at what are the main differences between the traditional marketing and relationship marketing. The traditional marketing concentrates on products, little knowledge of customer, product quality is a key issue, little effort on customer retention, and then it focuses on a single sale, focuses on product features. So their main focus is on their product. all the time they look at adding providing good quality products, adding more features to the products, so product quality and all. So they believe in that, that if the quality is good, the customers will come back. So basically there is not much focus given to the customer. So it is only about their product. That's the traditional marketing uh, focused or aimed at. But the relationship marketing talks about the overall approach to marketing that organizations can adopt. So what is that they are concentrating on? They concentrate on retention and loyalty. It is not that one time sale, one time event is not their focus, but their focus is on ensuring that the customers come back again and again. Um, okay, concentrates on retention and loyalty. Then considerable customer commitment, so they expect a commitment from the customers also. Considerable customer commitment. Then considerable customer contact. um, Customer contact now, with the cell phone going into every part of the every section of the society, even the not so well educated class of people are also owning a cell phone. So then uh, connecting with them through the cell phone has gained a lot of importance of late. So considerable customer contact. So they are connected, they're contacting the customers through phone, through internet, through various other platforms like there are social media. Through them also, there is a contact which is maintained, and it emphasizes on quality service. Quality service focuses on um, building long-term relationship. It is not that one-time event, they buy and then they leave. They ensure that the customer visits back. So as a part of that, we see that now you buy something and then a voucher is given at the time of the payment. Then when the customer revisits on the revisit purchase, then they can avail a discount of something like that, or they are so that is one way of attracting the customers to visit them once again. Or a message is sent to them from time to time about what are the deals and offers which they have. Or they are there is a relationship maintained with them to wish them on special occasions, or inform them about what alternative or what substitute products are there, alternative products are there with them. So the customer is provided with that kind of information and the facility of discounts and all, where the customer would prefer to visit them, or to the customer would prefer to buy from those suppliers. So focus is on building long term relationship. And then it is importance of customer benefits. So it's the focus is on providing benefits to the customers. We call that as adding value to the customers. Value addition to the customers is the focus here in case of relationship marketing. After that, we have once the customers are um, communicated, or to the customers the products are sold. Then the customer analysis is done. Then customer acquisitions, how they are acquired, how they get connected to that, how they make them as customers. After that, what are the ways in which the customers are retained, retention of that. Okay, customer analysis. The customer's needs are taken into consideration. The requirements, the hierarchy of needs are taken into consideration when the customers are analyzed. Okay, that's called as customer. Under the customer analysis, analyzing the needs of the customers. So once the needs are understood, then the customers can be provided with alternative solutions. So the needs have to be understood. How can they understand the needs of the customers? What are the ways in which they can understand the needs of the customers? Maybe they can study the demand pattern of the various products, how they are bought. So there must be some database which is which can provide the demand details of the products and the requirements of customers. Demographically, they can understand that what are their requirements. So seasonally, what the products are there. These are various things which they can understand from the needs of the customer. So hierarchy of needs is first analyzed. Then cognitive dissonance. So what does it mean by cognitive dissonance? When there is no particular pattern of the customer behavior is said to exist when an individual's attitudes and behavior are inconsistent. So just because there is an inquiry about a product, it cannot be understood that the customer has a need of that particular product, and then the customer would end up buying that product. That kind of analysis is not possible in case of certain customers. Though they inquire about the products, though they show interest towards that product, maybe they do not respond immediately, or after a while they buy that. Window shoppers are there. They just go from shop to shop inquiring about the products, but just because they inquire about that, they do not end up buying that. Some of the customers, they when they have a need, they just approach the supplier, they buy that product, and then that takes care of their needs. But some of them, their buying pattern is kind of inconsistent. Maybe they inquire now, but they do not buy that. Okay, that we see that many times. Maybe some of them are not satisfied unless they verify with many suppliers, verify with many shops, many malls, and they prefer visiting various places, or on the internet, various they understand the products which are supplied by various suppliers, and later on, after that, after a while, they ultimately take a decision about buying a product. So now that's cognitive dissonance, when the individual's attitudes and behavior are inconsistent. Then after that, we see the personality and product choice. Now personality and product choice, um, products and their brand names tend to acquire attributes in the minds of potential customers. Okay, that's the primary functioning of branding when considering goods or services. Some of them are very, very particular about the brand of the product. Some of them are okay with any kind of brand, provided it serves their requirement. So um, the personality and product choice is again very important. Okay, maybe they depend on the brand, or they are okay with any kind of brand. So when they are analyzing the customers, this has to be taken care of. That is what is their choice. Some people, they give importance to brand. So when they give importance to brand, um, that has to be okay based on their need for branded products. um, Maybe the customers can be served. So when considering goods or services for a purchase, customers will invariably select those that have an image consistent with their own personality and aspirations. So that again has to be taken into consideration. After that, we have influence of other people. Influence of other people, where others also influence when they have to make a purchase. When people make purchase decisions, they reflect the values of the social and cultural environment. Often, the form of products and services for sale have been determined by that environment. So, others influence. not about, sometimes even if it is not their immediate requirement, others can influence. Maybe some others can tell about a sale going on. So even if they do not have a requirement, because there is a sale going on, they end up buying something during that sale. It is not their requirement, it is not their need, it is not that they actually want to buy those products, but because there is an influence of other people, maybe on account of, we've discussed about referral market. So because there is a referral market existing, they can influence other people to become customers, buy the products of a particular supplier. So that's how other people can influence uh, uh, their friends and relatives, and then close groups, uh, and motivate them to buy the products. Then we see that reciprocal buying. Reciprocal buying is um, if the buying is among the business groups. So if the customer is another seller or a supplier, so they can have an agreement of reciprocal buying. If they sell one product, they also agree to buy something from them. So that is one type of customer wherein there is mutual buying which takes place between these two parties. Uh, by selling one product, they are also agreeing to buy products from their customers. So that is how the customers are analyzed. What motivates the customers to buy? Is it based on their needs? Is it based on um, some referral work going on? Do they have a particular pattern of buying, or uh, after uh, analyzing the products, after a while they take a decision about that, are they very particular about brands and all? These things are taken into consideration. After that, the customer acquisition. Okay, the first one talks about search engine marketing. What is search engine marketing? Are you aware of what is search engine? Am I audible? Yeah. Google is a search engine. Okay. Search engine marketing. Search engine marketing. So whatever are the search keywords are taken into consideration to serve the customers, or to provide the information to the customers through that. So search engine marketing. Then we have online PR. What is online PR? What is online PR? So messages are sent through online. There is some public relationship team working out. Um, Now you're in BCom. Okay. Um, while when you're pursuing commerce program in your plus two, you must have been approached by various institutions offering programs about CA, CS, CMA, CIMA. There are so many other things which are there. ACCA. Someone or the other, if they have acquired your data, um, did you ever receive anything, any message stating that there is some institute or academy which is into providing these professional programs for commerce students, and then why don't you, are you interested to take up this program, this course? Did you receive any such kind of messages anytime? So if you have received, that is a kind of online public relationship. So they get connected with the customers through online sources. So they keep sending messages about whatever are their requirements, or if they see them as potential customers, then they um, maintain a relationship with the customers through online PR. Then we see online partnership. Okay. Um, Online partnerships. What are online partnerships? Okay. Okay, having link with the customers, getting connected with the customers, and then marketing their products to the customers. So allowing them to be connected with them. So that is online partnership. Uh, Getting connected with the customers online partnerships. So then interactive adverts. Okay, what are interactive adverts? Let's see what are interactive, some some way in which they, when you visit certain sites, I don't know which site can I, there are advertisements, sideways, upwards, downwards, scrolling, something and all goes on the site. The main purpose of you visiting that site must be something, but then there is an advertisement which is scrolling sideways, upwards, downwards, or some way it flashes, and then there is an advertisement which motivates them. You click on that and you are directed to their site. Either a new page opens up, or the page will be replaced with the advertisement which appears there. Fine. Then opt-in email. So there are certain emails which are sent to your mail. Um, as long as you would like to be connected through those mails, you have uh, the messages receiving from them. You also have an option of opting out of that. That is, you have the facility to unsubscribe. Then we have viral marketing. Um, some social media platforms are used for viral marketing. When through all these sources, the customers are acquired, or acquisition of customers happen. So first, the needs of the customers, the preferences of the customers are analyzed, and then they connected with the customers, so that they can become their customers now and also in future. So the way in which they attract the customers and make them attract the public and then make them as their customers are through search engines, online, some online PR keeps sending some information about whatever are the products and services. Then they are connected with the customers online partnership, some interactive advertisements appearing on the site. Some sites, when you visit them, then I think your best thing is your mail, Yahoo mail. Gmail doesn't have the advertisements, but I think if you have a Yahoo Mail account, sideward some advertisement keeps appearing all the time. Okay, so mostly whatever are the search words which you have used in Google, other search engines, that the products related to those search words appear on Yahoo. You must have observed that. So then we have interactive advertisements, and then opt-in mail. Some mails keep are sent to you if you are interested. So allowing notification. So if you are searching for something, and then if you choose about allowing notifications to come to your mail, then they keep sending that. Of course, you also have an option to opt out of those emails, like unsubscribing them. Viral marketing is through some social media platforms. If there is advertisement taken up, and then they connect with you, that's called as viral marketing. Then after acquiring the customers have to be retained. Retention is very important, because that's how they can ensure about their market share even in the future. It is not one time sale, it is not one time purchase of from the uh, customer, but the customers should be repeated customers. They should be loyal customers of the business. They should come back again and again. Okay, so for the customer retention, the first one what we have here is tangibles. Okay, um, some ensure tangibility, something which can be um, um, I mean, the physical presence is there in case of tangibility. Okay, um, so there are some features which are physically present, some services which are physically present. So if they are provided to the customers, then they come back again and again. Some tangible features, tangible services, tangible facilities, if they can be provided to the customers are retained. They come back again and again. Reliability. So reliability is another thing, that should be built up. That is done by providing quality services, quality products and services. So through reliability, um, that trust factor, if it can be established, then the customers come back again and again. Responsiveness. So if they can cater to the requirements of the customers, if they are responsive towards the requirements of the customers also, then I think customization, when the customers want some customized products, some added features or some altered features, in that case, if they have that responsiveness, yes, then the customers turn back again and again. And okay, if they are also provided some assurance about the quality, and if they have any issues about the product not meeting the standards, if they can be provided with some assurance about after sale services, also the customers tend to come back. Then empathy, understanding the requirements of the customers. Okay, then using the other techniques also, the customers can be retained. Okay, what are the uh, various ways in which technology can be used in upstream and downstream supply chain management? Okay, we've discussed about these things: e-procurement, electronic data interchange, EDI. Are you aware of what is electronic data interchange? Electronic data interchange. Did you learn about EDI, electronic data interchange? Are you there in the class? Any one of you? Are you aware of what is EDI? Data interchange, data which can be exchanged. Electronic data interchange. Am I audible? No one's responding. Am I audible? Okay, fine. Someone's listening to me. Good. Did you learn about EDI any time earlier? Okay, so if you have learned, no, you've not learned about. So it is about the data interchange, data which is with the data which is needed by the suppliers, data which is needed by the customer. When there is an interchange of this data, okay, when they are connected through some electronic medium, uh, when the data can be exchanged, that platform is called as electronic data interchange. So it can connect their suppliers, it can connect their customers, and then whatever is the requirement, if the data can be exchanged, that is called as electronic data interchange. Then use of the internet to shop around, disintermediation. Disintermediation. Disintermediation is about intermediaries, okay, involving the intermediaries or the what we call them as middlemen. When the middlemen or the intermediaries are involved in that, we call that as disintermediation. Eliminating the middlemen from the sequence of activities, it's called as reintermediation. Disintermediation, reintermediation. Big data, blockchain, and cloud computing, or the other things. So the way in which the data is gathered, the information is gathered, the requirements of the customers are understood, the needs are analyzed, then the preferences are understood, then use of other electronic media uh, when it is used to be connected with the uh, customers, okay, with the suppliers upstream, with the customers downstream. Uh, various channels through which the customers can be connected. That will end the supply chain activities, the sequence of activities. It ends with the customer. So let's discuss the questions with that. While discussing, I think we will be also be able to understand some other things more practically. Okay, let's see. Okay, 66th question. No, we've done 66. What was the last question we've done? Oh, 65, we put it on. Strategic networks and platforms. AAA is a specialist car manufacturer based in country in Europe. AAA manufactures most of the components of its car in-house. The main exception in the car's engine, which AAA buys from a major car manufacturer and then sends them all to a single highly specialized company for modification and upgrades. While the engine is relatively expensive, it is the work of BBB that represents the single most significant cost of producing each car. AAA has on occasions paid BBB the equivalent of 25% of the final sales price of a car. The sales manager has stated BBB's work is one of the car's unique selling points. Based on the above information, evaluate the strength of the bargaining power of suppliers at A. In fact, this should have been included in the previous section where we have discussed about the uh, five forces given by Porter's five forces model. The bargaining power of suppliers is strong. Is it strong? Okay. Um, okay. Let's move to the next one. H bakes and sells bread and other wheat-based baked goods. It is currently undertaking detailed supply chain management and has identified a number of partner organizations from that form its supply chain. Which three of the following organizations would form part of its downstream supply chain? Supply chain. Farmers form a part of. Farmers, we're talking about downstream supply chain, isn't it? We are talking about downstream. So downstream will be after the production is done. Farmer also could be a supplier. So farmer will be a part of the upstream supply chain. We want downstream supply chain. So after the production is finished, what who are there involved in that? So basically, we focus on marketing and the customers aspect of it. Okay. B, consumers. C, supermarkets. Wholesalers are suppliers, so we leave that. E, small independent food retailers. Yes. So E is the answer. Then 68. QII is an electronics manufacturer. It produces circuit boards for many other retailers and is the largest single user of palladium, a rare metal, in the world. QII purchases its palladium from two um, specialist companies who processes palladium, which they in turn have purchased from palladium mines around the world. Palladium prices are volatile, and QII have typically been able to negotiate a low price for the metal they purchase due to their significant buying power. QII has recently started an analysis of its supply chain, and one of its managers has suggested that the company monitor the cash flow and profitability of all QII's upstream and downstream partners. Which one of the following reasons would best justify the manager's suggestion? It says to ensure future supply and demand for QIS circuit boards, ensure high quality for QIS raw materials, maximize QIS ability to collaborate with customers regarding Nisha erase that. To maximize QI's ability to collaborate with customers regarding circuit board design, to ensure QII is able to gather as much information about its supply chain as possible. What's the right answer? No problem. They want to consider both upstream and downstream partners. So upstream and downstream partners. So what is the correct option? When they want to be connected with the upstream and downstream partners, which one of the options would be the correct one? A. Both the supply part and demand. The other options are not so. So that's why A is the right answer. Both the supply and demand of QIS circuit boards is taken care. KKB is a company which operates passenger trains in country G. It has been granted an exclusive 10-year franchise by the government of country G to run trains in the east of the country. It is considering launching an e-procurement system for its purchases of diesel necessary for the running of around 45% of its trains. There are a number of suppliers of diesel through KKB, though KKB has historically only ordered diesel. Message for Radha. There are a number of suppliers of diesel through KKB, as though KKB has historically only ordered diesel from one of these using a manual ordering system. Diesel prices vary significantly between suppliers and on the open market. Storage of diesel is expensive, but KKB has been forced to keep a significant amount in inventory as its current supplier cannot always guarantee prompt delivery. Which of the following statements relating to KKB's e-procurement system is correct? Select all that apply. So kind of a tricky one. One, two, three, something like that. Then we will be select all that apply. So all whatever applies, it could be all four also. We do not know what is the number. So kind of a tricky MCQ. This type of questions are. We do not know how many options we are supposed to select. So just analyze what are the four alternatives and then choose all that apply. Okay, so you say C is one option. Um, so if they are going in for e-procurement, that the question is about e-procurement, right? Um, why would they go for e-procurement? Why not the conventional method of buying and storing the material? Instead of that, why are they considering procuring through electronic medium? So you say C, someone said started with C. C. It will enable. It will enable KKB to reduce its inventory holding cost. That's a correct one, because the conventional method was spending a lot of amount on storage of uh, inventory, which was resulting in high cost of uh, carrying cost or holding cost or inventory cost. Right? D, someone said D. It will reduce KKB's exposure to technology risk. Uh, why would they go for that? That is the question what we are considering. Why are they considering? This is technology risk is about technology risk is about the disadvantages of e-procurement. If there is a okay, so D cannot be, because the reasons for, and this is a limitation of e-procurement. So D can be ruled out. So now let's consider A. A is it will increase KKB's competitive advantage in its market. What is competitive advantage in its market? Competitive advantage is in terms of um, selling their product. The advantage is about selling the product. Here it is about buying the product. Procurement is about buying. So A will not be applied here. Let's check whether B will apply or not. Then it will reduce KKB's over reliance on a single supplier. Are they depending on only on single supplier? Were they buying from only single supplier? Look into that content which is there. KKB has historically only ordered diesel from one of these. Yes, one only. It's very specifically given. Historically, only ordered diesel from one of these. Only one supplier they were depending on. So they were placing orders with one supplier. So if they go for e-procurement, they can find many suppliers with all the details also. So B also can be selected. So reread the case again and again. So there's nothing wrong. See, even if it is time taking also, be faster, quicker in terms of reading, but revisit the question once again. So we do not know whether it is the right thing. So when we look at that, it feels that yes, they were not buying that. But when we intricately look into the content, we understand that they were depending only on one single supplier. So that can be ruled out if they approach through electronic media. Then that can be eliminated. Next, we have 70th question. GHO is a company that rents motorbikes and scooters to individuals through a small chain of stores. In order to improve customer service levels, the marketing director has told the marketing manager that she must change the marketing approach from transactions marketing to relationship marketing. The is unsure of what the marketing director means and has asked for your advice. Place the following characteristics of relationship and transactions marketing into the correct category in the table below. You keep telling me, I'll post it in the appropriate thing. First one concentrates on products. Which one concentrates on products? Or rather, let's put it transaction marketing concentrates on product, the quality of product, the features added to the product. Um, it's only focusing on one time purchase, but the relationship manage marketing talks about maintaining a relationship with the customer in the long run. So long run is the focus under relationship marketing. So concentrates on product will go to transaction marketing. Service quality is a critical success factor. Service quality, emphasis on quality service is about relationship marketing. Okay, yes, yes, yes. um, Next, requires detailed knowledge of customers needs. Motorbike and scooter quality is a critical success factor. Three is customer. No, customer focus is on relationship. Product focus is on transaction marketing. Fourth one, motorbike. Motorbike and scooter are products, so that comes under transaction marketing. The last one, little emphasis on repeat rental. Little emphasis on repeat rental, transaction marketing. Then we have which three of the following are included with Penny's six markets model? Let's quickly look at what are the six markets. The six markets are customer, referral, supplier, recruitment, influence, and internal. Which three of the following are included within Penny's six markets model? Not all, only ACE. Transaction markets are transaction marketing, that's part of it. Public markets are not part of Penny's model. It's not all, it is only ACE. Okay, BBC is a television broadcaster in country B. Much of its revenue comes from advertising sponsors who will pay higher fees for their advert in the number of if the number of people watching VVC's television programs rises. Um, VVC has recently been informed of a new mobile application that large numbers of people in country B are using. Individuals download the application to their mobile phone and it gives them tailored suggestions as to the best programs to watch on television each day. According to Penny's six markets model, which one of VVC's six markets would this new application be classified within? B. Monica says B. B is influence markets. Why? Why do you think it is influence market? Disha says A, customer market. Just because I asked why, they influence viewers. Okay. Okay, because this suggestions given. That's right. It gives them. It influences them. It gives them tailored suggestions as to the best programs to watch on television each day. That's influence markets. So they are influencing the viewers. ABC has just made a financial loss on trading for the first time in 50 years. ABC senior management is therefore currently undertaking a customer review. The management accountant has discovered the following statistics about three of the company's largest customers. For each customer, he identified the number of times a sales assistant had to visit the customer and the number of rush deliveries that ABC had to provide for each customer. In order to stay competitive, ABC cannot pass on the cost of either of these activities to its customers. Okay, customer one, two, three. We see the number of sales visits made, sales revenue, number of rush deliveries made. Which one of the following statements best describes the uh, current issue at AAA? Read the options and select any one. One is the option, so you have to select the right option. B and D are similar. ABC should stop undertaking expensive rush deliveries for all customers. should stop undertaking expensive. That is a generic statement, no? I mean that the answer is right. ABC should stop undertaking expensive rush deliveries for all the customers. But here we are analyzing the situation, isn't it? So that is a statement which has whether or that's a decision whether it would want to implement or not. Um, so B can be ruled out. It is a generic statement there. A, all Disha has answered D. Okay. Despite customer 3 providing the most revenue 85. Okay. It is not necessarily earning the highest margin. How do you understand whether it is not making necessarily the highest margin? How do you come to that conclusion? The number of rush deliveries made are 163, much too higher as compared to the others. Yeah, through data given, but specifically which part of it is highlighted. That is the focus there. The number of rush deliveries made are 163. Of course, the revenue generated is very high, but they are also spending a lot of amount on the rush deliveries. Therefore, the statement of B is also applicable. Okay, the statement of B is applicable, but that applies to all the customers. It is not very specific to customer 1, 2, or 3. The statement talks about ABC should stop undertaking expensive rush deliveries for all customers. So, but customer 1 required only 5 rush deliveries. So, some of them, some situations where they have to take up rush deliveries, yes, they should be taking it up. But then here it is about um, the third customer, where yes, the revenue is highest among the three customers, but then the cost which is spent is also um, equally high in that case. So the margin is not the highest. So we can come to the conclusion through that thing. Okay, yes, yes, Disha, your answer is right. 74. Residents of country you eat large amounts of food from takeaways each year. These are small, usually family-owned restaurants that cook food and then deliver them to the customer's home, typically for a small fee. Many of these restaurants have no web presence and only accept cash payments. Unfortunately, many customers now wish to be able to order online and pay by credit card as the use of cash becomes less popular. HGH has recently launched a new website. This allows customers to browse the menus of nearby takeaways and place online orders. With HGH then communicates to the takeaway. HGH accepts card payments from customers and then transfers these funds directly into the takeaway owner's bank accounts. HGH website is an example of which one of the following? Are they now middlemen? Earlier they were restaurants that cook food and then deliver them to the customer's home, typically for a small fee. So that part is now eliminated. So, re-intermediation. Then we have 75th question. JF sells cosmetics to individual consumers through a chain of stores in every major town and city in country H. Which two of the following are suitable examples of downstream supply chain management for JAF? Select two options. Okay, A is an option, but more suitable one, I don't agree with A. We'll discuss about why it is not A. So if we put it aside A, what else can we do? I will also tell you why we are not considering the list of sources for the technologies used for downstream also includes EDI. There is no doubt about it. But the question is more talking about suitable examples. So all of you have agreed. B will be introduction of customer loyalty cards for shoppers, so with the customers. Procurement should be ruled out. Procurement is about upstream. So rule out C completely. E-procurement is not a part of this one. Then we have D. Data warehousing and mining of JF customer information. So the customer information is D. Why are we not selecting A when the list of technologies used for downstreaming has A also as an option? Why are we not selecting is the EDI is a connection with the supplier as well as the customer. So more suitable only with the customer. In that case, B and D fit there. If any one of them, B and D, was not there, if that was not there, then maybe we would have gone with A. So the question is addressing us with a suitable example. Therefore, kind of a tricky thing here. And A being there in the first option, our mind will adjust to the concept that yes, among the two, between the two, we from the list of options, yes, we already got one in A as the option. Then we may be little biased to read all the others. So be very careful. It talks about suitable examples. Q operates a pub in the capital of country G. Serving a range of premium alcoholic drinks. Drinks can be extremely expensive. with the average margin around 5 times higher than a typical pub. Q has identified that the majority of its customers view attending this pub as a way of showing their colleagues that they earn a large sum of money. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which one of the following needs is Q's pub fulfilling for its users? Generic, I mean, it's needs of the customers. So needs of the customers among these four: uh, self-fulfillment, ego, social, physiological. Very few are responding. See, this is for your benefit only that we are discussing these questions. Hardly 4 to 5 students are responding when the class strength is 18. Immediately we should get 18 responses here, one after the other. I already told you that it's not social. It is about pub culture, and drinks can be extremely expensive. So in spite of that, if they want to take it up, then it is about their ego satisfaction. It is not social. It is about ego. The next question is about F has recently purchased a new mobile phone manufactured by OOL PLC. However, 1 week after the purchase, she discovered that a new model of mobile phone had been released by one of OOL PLC's rivals. This new model had more features than the one she had bought, leading her to regret her purchase of one of the OOL's mobile phones. Which one of the following is F experiencing? Okay, A is cognitive dissonance. Yes, reciprocal buying is not the good. Propensity modeling, transaction marketing. These are not the options. But the first one, cognitive dissonance, is the answer. Tomorrow will be, I think you have afternoon sessions till tomorrow, isn't it? Till Thursday. Okay, so tomorrow also we'll have a 2 hour class, and then after that we will from Friday onwards for the next 5 working days, we'll have the class for 3 hours, because whatever was the uh, days when I missed the class, I will compensate it here from Friday. So Friday, Saturday, then the next 3 days in the week, next week. So those 3 days also we'll have 5 hours. Okay. Q65. Q65, we still have we still have to do something related to the um, technology aspect of it. So this is not, this cannot be answered immediately. Maybe something else which I have missed. 63 is on hold. Anything else? Earlier also I missed something else. Anyone remembers? Then if we remember something, then we'll come back to that. Then we have the next topic about the internal analysis. The one what we have done, the recent one is strategic network and platforms about the customers and the suppliers and the customers. So these are external stakeholders. Then coming down to the internal analysis, uh, 11 and 12. Yeah. Answer for 11th one. Which three of the following are among the duties of a company director in the UK as codified by the Companies Act 2006? As a part of governance, which three of them are the duties of a director, company director? So, what do you think are the answers? For the 11th one, three answers we have to select. The duty to exercise independent judgment, C. The duty to follow all relevant ethical codes, the duty to, not to accept benefits from third parties. So between D and D, which one would you select? It's the governance part of it. So governance part of it, it is independent judgments, and to act within powers. It is about duty to follow all relevant ethical codes. What does it mean? All ethical codes should be followed, not only relevant ethical codes. So it is not that it is, they should not be accepting benefits from third parties. So we have B, C and E. Then coming to 12th one, HMN PLC is a UK based company. It is aware that all of its directors are currently from similar ethnic and educational backgrounds. Good corporate governance suggests that companies like HMN should have a mix of directors with differing experiences and backgrounds. Which one strategic benefit in this is this likely to have to the company? Which one is the appropriate one? B is the answer. Okay. Then see you tomorrow. We'll continue with the next unit. We'll continue with the next unit called internal analysis. Okay. Good day.